What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video here on my channel. In this video, I'll be going over my recent high school experience. Now, before I begin my explanation on how high school was, I want to apologize for my recent hiatus. The reason for my hiatus is because I've been juggling a lot of stuff recently in my life, like, say, school and college, and how everything has, evolved me as a young man. And with that out of the way, let's begin with how my freshman year started. At the beginning of my freshman year, I was confined in my own house in front of my computer due to the pandemic and how it's confined everyone in their homes. At first, I was really disappointed seeing how we were forced to stay at home for school, but I knew that it was for everyone's safety to avoid getting anyone else sick. It took me a long while for me to get used to the new setup and my old surroundings. Throughout my freshman year, I was attending Millennium Arts Academy. I attended that school all the way until I left my freshman year and moved out of New York to Irvington High School. At the start of my sophomore year, I wasn't exactly sure which way to go or how to get started with my classes because I had recently moved and it was an entirely new space and I was a bit nervous and anxious. As time started to fly by, I started to feel a lot more comfortable in this new environment and a lot more comfortable with my peers as well. Of course, it was also hard trying to interact and get to know everyone else's names since the pandemic confined us to our homes and left us without any kind of interactions. Despite these difficulties, I still had a fun time, getting to know everyone, joining a bowling team, and joining a golf team later on throughout my 10th grade experience. Fast forward to 11th grade, it seemed like a little bit of a struggle. The reason for this struggle was because most teachers were probably leaving. Some of them were leaving for like a good reason due to retirement. I had one teacher that had to leave the school to teach a basketball team in Harlem. I wished him the best. For the classes that we had that didn't have any kind of teacher or any kind of substitute, we called them vacancies. For some of you that don't know, a vacancy class is a kind of class that has no teacher, but it has a type of assignment that's assigned to you on your computer. This basically meant that you weren't exactly given any kind of free time, but you had to confine on some work. Otherwise, your grades would start to decline, which was something that was not needed during a time like this. In my personal opinion, I kind of see vacancy classes as a perfect time for kids to kind of focus hard on some other work, but I also see it as a downside due to the fact that there isn't an actual teacher giving out actual lessons. Despite the large lack of teachers and other kinds of educators in the school that year, I still found my 11th grade a lot more successful and very joyful as well as I joined the bowling team and the golf team once again. Now, during my last year of high school, I ended up becoming a little bit nervous and I ended up becoming kind of, upset because I wasn't really ready to leave high school. I was still getting to know most of the students there. Despite this, I still kept in mind that high school is high school and that it's going to end up changing you for the better. Throughout my senior year, I ended up going on a lot of fun events. One of these events being my first ever trip to Six Flags. I always dreamed of going to Six Flags when I was younger because I had definitely seen the commercials with all the Looney Tunes characters and all the rides. The best part about that experience was that we got to stay there all the way until 2 a.m. It was crazy. It was fun, and it's definitely a memory that I would never ever forget. Another fun event that I also attended was my senior prom. I always wanted to attend a prom because during my middle school year, I never exactly went to a prom because of the pandemic and how we were confined in our homes. So I saw this as a great opportunity. I ended up paying the money for it, which was a lot, and I went to the prom with my proper suit. A lot of my other friends and peers had also attended prom as well because they seemed very interested and they also wanted to get a chance to dance with their date. I wasn't exactly able to find a date due to my sort of anxiety and my inability to communicate with people due to my condition, but there were some people that offered to dance with me, and I did get into a little bit of a dance battle, which I rose victorious in. We ended up staying at prom all the way until 11 or like 12 or something. I can't really remember the time, but it was very fun and I enjoyed it very, very much. Before our graduation, we ended up attending some graduation practice sequences where we had to practice our walks and how to sort of pose for the camera. These graduation practice sequences lasted all the way until the last day of school where the seniors were graduating. During this said graduation, the mayor of Irvington, Tony Voss, had came to the school to deliver a very, very important speech congratulating all the students of 2024. Another crucial detail that was seen in the graduation was that we were all singing the school's national anthem and the national anthem of the United States of America. At first, I ended up bumbling up a little bit and I was a bit nervous because I didn't really know how to sing. But overall, I ended up catching up with my courage and I ended up singing with the rest of the students. After our singing, we ended up walking across the stage to pick up our books for our diplomas, which we were going to pick up the next day. There were a lot of teachers and students at the graduation. Most of the teachers were some of the teachers that I've actually known for the past few years. My mother and grandmother also came to see me graduate as well. They were both very proud of me and knew that I'd grown up to a mature young man and that I wasn't that kind of wild child that was all over the place. I even met up with some of my fellow peers, and we all congratulated each other, knowing that Mission Complete High School was a complete success. After being dismissed for the last final time in my high school career, I took another good look back at the school, knowing that I was given a gift to meet up with all the other kids of my age and starting to know them a lot more. Despite what the pandemic did, it didn't stop me from becoming the strong individual that I've grown to become today. So in conclusion, high school is something you want to cherish for the rest of your life because it will leave you some really great memories that you'd want to keep for life. And with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll take any kind of feedback. And I want to thank you all for the recent support of my YouTube channel and for my career. If it weren't for all of you, I wouldn't be in the position that I'm in now. And I really appreciate all the support. And I hope you all do well. I hope you all have a good day. I love you guys. Peace out.